I was living in London and I got a call 2 o'clock in the morning. I was responsible for visiting people. And so I came in from church on that night on a Wednesday, and I was speaking in tongues a lot when I got through the door. Then the call came. And when the call came, I went to my car and I got through. I walked into my house and burst out speaking in tongues from prayer. Then the call came when I finished, the emergency in somebody's home. And so as I went out the door, God opened my spiritual eyes. I was in my Volvo. I always remember my lovely old Volvo. It was great. And I'm in the car and I saw a man appear out of thin air in the dark. And I was situated under a tree, and he was walking, but you couldn't see his legs. And he was a particular type of person. Is obviously, I didn't know what a wizard was and all these things. I'm young in the Lord. And he had a box of tricks like a magician, and he had a magic wand. So I laid down deep in my car, below the dashboard, and I saw what he did. He walked on the other side of the road, and I thought he was going to go past. What he did, he came and crossed the road in front of my car and was going to the front door of my house. Front door, and my wife and the little children are in the house, and I'm going off now to go and visit somebody in the church at 2 o'clock in the morning. That's how it used to be those days. Anyway, you got a call, you went as a young minister, you had to do it, or a deacon. And that was the rules. And I laid in the car and I saw him going to the front door, and he was going to go in through a spirit. And I got up and I came out the car and I stood there and I said, in the name of Jesus, get out of my house. You will not enter my house. And he just came out the gate. He stood and looked at me and he walked off and he went to the end of the road. And as he was walking to the end of the road, his legs started to disappear from his ankles. His feet disappeared, and now he's floating. Yeah. And that was going to go into my house, hurt my wife and children while I was going out to do urgent ministry. Do you have to measure things that you do not over push yourself when there is a sudden need? Because some sudden needs are traps. And what was great, God delivered me, and I never did that again. And I learned from that experience. You must be careful of transference of spirit, and you must be careful of setups. But anoint yourselves and protect yourselves.